Hello, DSST students. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the second part of the video for the first day. Today we're going to be talking about amplitude, period, and frequency, and how you can use graphs to figure out what those values are. But let's start out with some definitions. When we talk about amplitude, we're talking about the height of the wave measured from the center. And usually this is going to be in meters. And the period's abbreviated with a capital T. That's going to be the length of time to complete an oscillation. That's measured in seconds. And then we have frequency, which is abbreviated with an F, and that's how many cycles there are per second. And this may be a new unit for a lot of you, and that's measured in hertz, which is actually just cycles per second. And once again, we have our equations here. You guys saw this last week in your pendulum lab or your sound lab. So we'll start by measuring the amplitude, since this is often the easiest one to measure. For the amplitude, it's really important you want to look off of your baseline. So we know here is going to be our rest line, right? Since that's the middle of our wave. And then from there, you want to measure from that midpoint all the way up. You can also measure down, but it's important that your amplitude is always a positive number. And so here we go from 0 to 1, and so we know our amplitude is going to be equal to 1. Or A is going to be equal to 1, and our unit for that is going to be in meters right here. Moving on, you want to be able to find the period. And in order to find the period, we know we need to use the equation that runs off of oscillations and the amount of time. And so let's start by counting our oscillations, right? From the last video, we want to start at 0. We want to go through an entire wavelength, not stopping here, all the way to here, and then finish right here. And so we've got 3 points, 3 stars. That should give us 2 oscillations because these are the points where we're still going up. Altogether, after that, you want to count the total length of time. And you measure the total length of time based off of your x-axis right here. And so we know we go all the way to 12 seconds. And so our total length of time is going to be 12 seconds since we have 2 oscillations in 12 seconds. That gives us all the information we need to use this equation right here, right? And so if we calculate that out, we know time is equal to 12, oscillations is equal to 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6 seconds. And so what this means is it takes 6 seconds for one full cycle to happen. And so that's kind of the meaning of period. So now that we have period and we have all information, we can also easily find frequency. And so we've got frequency is equal to the number of oscillations divided by time. Our number of oscillations is 2. Our time is 12, and so instead of being 6, it's actually going to be 2 divided by 12, so it's going to be 1.1667 hertz. And so that means that that means we have a frequency of 0.1667. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and hope if you have any questions, please reach out to your teacher. Thank you.